afternoon, traders. How was your incredibly long weekend? I managed to survive with both of my two boys. We so my wife left town on Friday, got back late last night. Somehow, us three boys managed to survive. I fed them. I made sure they brushed their teeth. They took a bath every day. You know, what else? What else could a father do, right? Sunday we spent the day at Six Flags, which was actually pretty awesome. I got them season tickets to Six Flags and just let them go hog wild in the park, right? And we got there, we rope dropped it, and there was nobody in line. I'm telling you, within the first hour, we had ridden 5 rides, and that included all the time to walk from A to B and then get in and you know, do the whole thing. So it was awesome. And it was funny too because the only time we ran into any sort of lines were like the family rides, like the dark ride and like the antique car ride and stuff like that. So it was actually a pretty epic weekend. My boys didn't complain at all. So I feel very, very proud of that. So how y'all doing today? Dave is here. Donna, good afternoon. Glad to see you. Tug, Randy, Leo. Yeah, a lot happened today in the market. So I'm not gonna dilly-dally any further, and let's get right into our market analysis. All right, I still got a couple things to open up actually, so I'm dilly-dallying just a bit more. Almost there. Still almost there. There we go. Welcome to the OVTLYR Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. Save time, make money, start winning with less risk. And that is what I like to call profit hacking. Now, you can get a copy of the playbook over at profithackingplaybook.com or inside the VIP Investors Toolkit in our Discord. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Uhl. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009. I'm a partner with OVTLYR, and this is my style of trading using OVTLYR, using the golden ticket trading strategy. It's the 8 steps to turn profit hacking into pure gold. So, hey, double check real quick while we're live to make sure that you are subscribed, because I'd hate for you to miss out. Now, the golden ticket trading strategy is unlocked with the master key. Brian finished his interview and just arrived. What did you interview for, my friend? The master key is unlocked with, or I'm sorry, the golden ticket trading strategy is unlocked with the master key. And I'm really stoked about it. I can't tell you how proud of this I am, right? The fact that we had the outlier data, and then we managed to notice lots of patterns that were occurring with the outlier data, and combining it all together, we have created something awesome. Hey, awesome. Brian, if you need a reference or anything that I can do for you, let me know. I actually had the opportunity to meet Brian in Atlanta. So I'd be glad to help you out, my friend, any way that I can. Okay, so the master key has given me 80+% win rates. Now we have a big deal day today. I have a note on here that says if the SPY ever closes under the 20 EMA, to wait to put on new trades until it's over the 10 EMA again, and basically just abandon ship. You're welcome, Ryan. So we got that. We got that like right now. So in the last few minutes, in fact, let's jump right into this. You can see, I mean, within the last hour, it really fell apart here. But the market has been just like getting beat up all day long. Hey, Sebastian. But that's okay. That's okay, because our trades that we have on actually are done pretty dang well. So I want to start with INFY. We'll just start on this and work our way down here. INFY. We need to close everything. Okay. So I'm not taking a look at any of these and saying if I want to keep them. I'm not taking a look at their heat maps. I'm not taking a look at how they're individually doing. When the market is selling off, that is your, hey, Jean-Louis. When the market is selling off, that is your like big warning sign, right? Big, huge warning sign. Get out of the way. Okay. You can do what you want. But to me, when I see a candle that looks like this and it lands underneath the 20 EMA, that is a big red light for me. A big get out of jail free while you can type of card. Okay. So the last time that this happened was this candle here, which was the exact candle where I got out of everything previously. And then the market sold off really hard. If you remember, it went down about 8% at that point. Are we going to see that again? I don't know. I'm not saying that I know. But I know one thing, that when it is giving up the 20 period moving average, jump out, hang out. The bears are in the house, as Randy is saying. Just hang out until it recaptures the 10 EMA. Once it recaptures the 10 EMA, everything else sets up, we can get back to business. So let's start with INFY, and I'm literally getting out of everything. I'm not even questioning it. INFY. All right, INFY, I'm in the 62.5 calls. Close full position. And Dave was telling me earlier that he has seen, it wasn't on this one, it was on GLPI, I think. He's seen spreads kind of all over the place today. So I actually want to give them a little bit of room. I want to give it a little bit of space. I want to see just how much I can work these spreads, especially on a day like today. Now, this is a pro tip here. When the VIX jumps like this, right? The VIX is up 30% today. The VIX is the measure of the volatility. This is the fear index, if you want to think of it that way. But it also measures like how expensive options are getting. So you're actually getting a boost. You're actually getting a pricing boost today in your extrinsic value versus what you would have yesterday. So that's actually great. It doesn't mean that it's going to like help overall because you still have a delta move, right? The delta is bigger than the Vega in this case. I'm getting really nerdy here with options turns, but the point is that the expansion of volatility is actually going to help you in pricing wise. So 62.5s. I want to start at 440 and work the way down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at 440 to close, sell everything, sell to close. And every 20, 30 seconds or so, I'm going to pop it down by 5. So I'm starting at 440, which is the ask price there, not getting filled. I'm going to replace that and go down to 435. Okay. I'm going to replace that and go to 430. Filled. Not bad, right? Filled at 430. That's what I'm saying. On a day like today, you can actually work these spreads here. That was a great fill, 430. Let me give you the details. Closed. It was INFY at 430. So while not a giant winner, still a winner on the board. All right. So that's a 7.4% win. Let me put this up here. By the way, I saw Max's post on here saying all his call options dropped by 50% today. Max, I assume you're watching. I don't know where you got that number from. I can't imagine that you just lost 50% on that trade. I really can't. Maybe they are down 50% from the highs that they were earlier today, or maybe the highs that they were on Friday. I don't know, but I can't imagine that you're losing on your trades like that. If you are, something's gone hellaciously wrong. Okay, let me come up here and replace, not replace, but in the order here. I have to search. Yeah, that was way up there. Wait, sorry, I'm still trying to find it. INFY. Hang on, it'll help me if I figure out what day I opened it. INFY was the 27th. Why am I having a hard time finding this? Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. That's it right there. Jump. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't see it before. Thank you. Reply. Now I gotta say closed. Here. Today is September the 3rd. Oh yeah, happy September. Yeah, I got filled at 4:30, wasn't it? Yeah, 4:30. Great fill. And that was a 7.41% win. And that goes through the portfolio by 0.94. This was market sell-off. Cool. Done with that one. Moving on. Out of NC. Moving on to USB. Now, USB, we should still have an overall net profit on this trade. So let's do the math here. USB closing the 45 calls. Now we rolled this one, which is why I'm saying we should still have an overall profit. This one may be showing, and probably is showing, a loss from the roll, but you still have the original trade on. Not on, but still have credit from the original trade that makes up for it. We'll do the math here together in just a second. Let's see, 9.3. So I closed it. 2 more seconds. Okay. USB 221 mid price. Being that this one is way more liquid, I don't know if we're gonna get that advantageous fill, but I'm gonna try. All right, I'm gonna start with USB. Closing the 45s. I'm gonna start at, I'll start at 215. Really don't think we'll get 218. All right, putting in 215. Not filled. Let's bump it down to 213. All right, 213 works. So I'm out of USB at 213. Oh, this was an overall great trade. Okay, let's hang on to that for a second. So 213. That's where I got out. So it was a 9% win on this one. I'll take it, right? Not every one is going to be a 30+% win, but still a great trade, actually. USB. Rolled USB 43s up to the 45. So close the 45. $45 calls. 213. And that was, what did that do for me? 9.22% win. And that did actually 1.71% of the portfolio. Bigger than I thought. I'll take it. All right, so how did we get to a 9% win? Let's do the math. So got into the trade at 311. So 311. Rolled it from the 43.5 up to the 45 for 127. And then, so we took 127 in credit in. Then right now we just took in 213 in credit. So 29 cents over 311. That's where we started from. So 29 divided by 311 is roughly 9%. There you go. That's the math. That's how it works. That's how it's supposed to work. It's pretty awesome. All right, so USB, I'm out of. INFY. This one's going to be a little loser, but that's part of the game. All right, INFY. Close full position. Now this one is the INFY 22s. We got into INFY at 121. I'm going to play the game here. I'm going to play the game, see how we can do. 121. I don't know if we're going to make it or not. I'm going to start it. I'll do 125 just for fun. 125 to close INFY. All right, not getting filled. I had to try. Replacing that with 120. Still not filled. Replacing that with 115. thought I'd get filled on that one. Dave said he got at 115 on INFY. Try 112. Well, not filled. Oh, there it goes. 112. Filled at 112. Okay, INFY got in at 121, got out at 112. Small loser. Let's see. XLB, DD, GLPI. NV. Where's NV? There it is. Okay. Closed INFY. At 112. That was the 22 calls. Or $1.12, which was a 7% loss. 7.70% loss. And a 1.41% portfolio impact. Okay, no big deal. Still up on balance. Moving on. Next one, GLPI. Well, this is the one that Dave mentioned we had some issues with earlier. So let's play the game here. Closing full position on GLPI. This is the 50s. All right, so the spread's tightened up a lot. 182 is mid price. I'm gonna start at 2. So I'm selling to close, full order, starting at $2. I mean, it's unlikely I'll be filled, but I'm gonna try. Trying 195 now. Trying 185 now. Oh, no, 190. Went from 195 to 190. Still not quite there. Try 185. Ooh, filled at 189. I'll take it. Cool. All right, so GLPI. Close that one at 189. Really solid win there. 21% win. I'll take that. All right, GLPI. Closed. GLPI. 50 strike. For 189. Which was a 21.72% win. Thank you very much. It was a great win. 2.47% portfolio impact. Market fell off. Thank you very much. I'll take that all day, every day. Just leaves us with IBN. That is not IBM. Okay, IBN. Closing the $28 strike calls. All right, 165, 175, not too wide. I'm gonna start at I'll start 175. Not filled at 175. Let's go to 170. Not filled at 170. Let's go to 165. Surely it'll get filled there. Okay. Filled 166 was my average fill price. I'll take that. 166. There. Okay. So 166 to close on IBN. That was a great trade. A really great trade, actually. Best one of the day? IBN? Yeah. Cool. All right. And again, like I said earlier for Max, I don't know how you could have anything showing we had a 50% loss. Surely he was looking at like the highs of the day, which you're never going to get the highs of the day. It's not going to happen. If you do, it's awesome. Highly unlikely. Let me edit this one real quick. I just noticed I made a typo. Highly unlikely, but it could be done. All right, 166. Yeah. All right, 166 was a 22.73% win. And oh, look, I knew this was a good one for me. Yeah. You know what? Those little trades every once in a while can pull through. That's a 5% gain for me on that guy. Yeah, I knew that was the best one of the day. What's up? Dave says, wonder if he was seeing the movement in GLPI. I was saying maybe so. I don't know. Yeah, that was a sick day, right? Let's just look on balance here. 0.94% portfolio impact. So we'll just do 0.94 plus 1.71 minus 1.41 plus 2.47 plus 5.13. That ain't so bad. That ain't so bad at all. That is not so bad. Actually, what I wanted to do was show you guys my overall results for the year. So give me just 2 seconds here. Copy and paste a couple things around. Yeah, the last couple weeks have been crazy. So this is not, I don't have any open trades on at the moment now, right? Totally cash. I'm back to 12% gain on the year. I'll take that all day. And then the master key. Now the master key, let me preface this by saying, this is exactly my trades that you see right here. Exactly these trades with taken out the handful of trades we put on before we learned about the master key, before we figured out the master key, right? These exact trades minus the ones that master key was not set up. 94.75%. And I look at these returns and I'm like, son of a B, I wish I had known about that. However, I also look at these returns and say, son of a B, I'm so glad I know about that now, right? Yeah, quite a difference going from actual returns of 12% up to 94% theoretical returns on 27 trades versus 63 trades. But one, I can't tell you like how stoked I am about this. One thing that I noticed right off is that using the master key here, which is just the data inside of OVTLYR, right? I didn't invent anything. I just noticed certain patterns inside of OVTLYR, which you can use together with us every single day in the trading room. Not a single losing month. And then it gets even better. Sebastian's up. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm saying. He's up. He has made up all of his losses for the whole year within the last 2.5 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. I bet your curve looks a lot like that too, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I got to show you my 2023 returns. This was crazy. So over the weekend, I was looking at my returns for 2023 and then 2023 following the master key. I will tell you the charts aren't beautiful. They aren't beautiful because the data I didn't update all the way. But taking out the trades that weren't set up for master key, you'll see what I mean by not beautiful in a second. So this was my returns last year, 5.08% on 60 trades. Definitely wasn't my best year. That's what I mean. But the charts weren't great. And if you remember the second half of last year, a lot was made up. And now this would be with master key for 2023, 40% returns on only 11 trades. So that's theoretical best I could have done last year versus what I actually did last year. So, and this is theoretical best where I'd be at right now versus where I'm actually at right now. So yeah, so 100% Sebastian. Yeah. So I am so stoked about this, right? I'm the biggest advocate for the outlier data. And as you see, right, it's not one data piece, right? It's a culmination of pieces, right? It's a market trend. It's the signal on the market. It's the signal on the individual stock. It's the market's breadth. It's the breadth of the sector. There's a lot of pieces that go into this, right? And that's why doing this together every day makes this super simple for you so you can learn and ask questions as we go. Of course, always ask questions in the Discord. I'm literally here to help you out. So anytime you need it, I got you. Tug asked, do you always trade at the end of the trading day? Abso-freaking-lutely. I'll show a couple reasons why I always trade at the end of the trading day. First is let's go to like a 5-minute chart and let's look at the volume. There's 2 times where there's volume. Try not to show the prior day because it gets a little off. There's 2 times where there's volume. This is every chart, every time, basically. So 5-minute candles for the whole day. The beginning of the day and the end of the day. Those are the only 2 times where there's really a ton of liquidity coming through. I mean, you might find some spots here and there, but reality speaking, the only time of days where there's liquidity is the end of the day. Second, when I'm doing my back tests, when I'm looking at my data, when I'm looking at everything else, I'm looking at the end of day price, right? I think INFY is actually a great example. Twice during this week, there were some giant spikes on INFY. And well, yeah, it'd been amazing to get out during those times. Do you actually know when that is, right? I'm not sitting around all day looking at charts. I mean, maybe if you have the opportunity to, but I don't recommend anybody else do it, right? I was actually reading through Market Wizards today, one of my favorite books ever, and Ed Seykota. I'm working on some slides for this week, and I was talking about Ed Seykota. One of his quotes in that book was saying how having a quote machine on your desk all day is like having a slot machine, right? It's like it's that temptation, right? I want to get in, I want to do something, I want to make it happen. Oh, I want to catch this high, I want to catch this low, right? You're never going to catch the highs and lows. I think I mentioned that earlier. But you can use the data that you have on hand to make really good guesses, right? They say that the most expensive part of the stock is the bottom eighth and the top eighth, and the easiest part of the stock is the 6th eighths in between. And that's what we really try to catch here, right? We're not trying to catch every turn at the bottom or every turn at the top, but if we can catch that big chunk of the middle, you can make so much money. Like Sebastian was saying, right? So yeah, I'm super stoked with how things have gone. Things have really turned around in the last few weeks now that we have the master key. Brian says, if you want to watch charts all day, you better have great discipline. Abso-freaking-lutely there. Before we jump out, let's take another look at the SPY. That is so ugly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are the kind of days where you take your money, you jump out, and you wait. And the Qs, same thing. Qs is down 3 1/3. Look at that big ugly Q candle. Oh my gosh. So I'm not going to be rushing into any short trades. No way. But what I would need to see to start going short is the 10 over 20. So the 10, I should say 10 under the 20. And then the price under the 50, like we had here. Actually, right here. But the last thing that we'd need is a sell signal on outlier, which we don't have yet. Peter, hey, it's been a little bit. Been watching for a long time, but from the sideline. I think I've seen you every once in a while, and I appreciate you coming to Peter. Hopefully I've made you some money. Brent says, SPY shorts today have been good. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. All right. Thank you all so much for coming to today's OVTLYR Trading Room. We're going to continue to meet every single day, no matter what, if I'm trading or not. So I hope that you can join me back here tomorrow. And I'll see you right back then. Have a fantastic afternoon. And we'll talk soon.